My name is Leah, and I wanted to record this video because this is the first junk journal I've actually completed or that I've made, and it's actually a gift from my mom. I don't know if I'll actually post this video anywhere, but I wanted to film it just for my own memory purposes, I guess. I made this junk journal for my mom with the idea in mind that my mom likes to journal her faith and prayers that she is keeping in mind, you know, for the people that she knows and loves. So, you know, kind of this journal has a theme of kind of devotional purposes, I guess. So it's made out of a hymn book cover. This is one of the types of hymn books that we actually used when I was a kid at the church that we went to. So it has some sentimental value to it. First, I also made this little companion piece to go along with it, because as I was making it, there were a lot of extra like images and ephemera and things like that that I wanted to include in it, but it was already getting pretty chunky. So I wanted to leave room for Mom to be able to do her own thing with it, but then maybe have some additional things to use, or even things to use in another journal. So I got this idea from Pam at the Paper Outpost on YouTube, and just made a little pamphlet basically with pockets with different pieces that I had stamped or images that I had printed, little labels relating to faith and things like that. So the actual journal, like I said, is made from a hymn book cover. I added some detailing at the corners and added some grommets and a tie. This is just a ribbon scrap that I had. And then my mom also enjoys kind of a nature, she enjoys nature, and so I thought I would kind of go along with that theme. She also likes to travel, so I included some map papers, and then I included some of the original song pages from the hymn book as well. I made this journal has 4 signatures, I believe, and I tried to keep them somewhat consistent, but with style anyway. So I'm just gonna kind of flip through. These are some of the original hymn pages. I included, you know, notebook paper. I really enjoy collaging, so I did some collaging and stamping. This is a little bag that I kind of turned into a little envelope pouch. Here's a little tuck, and then I added, you know, stamping details throughout. These are some digikits that I kind of sprinkled in. I want to say these were from Roxy Creations. And I did some stenciling with my distress inks. Here's a pocket I made out of a junk envelope that I received in the mail. I just collaged on it, and then created journal cards. And this is an example. There's some pages in here that are actually from a Bible, which I felt bad, a little bad tearing pages out of a Bible, but it was one that was already falling apart. So I didn't feel quite as bad doing that, but I wanted to be able to include some scripture in the journal with other pages as well. And this is a belly band. This is a poem that I found in a book. Some postcards, tea-dyed index cards. Got some ledger paper in here. This is actually an original library type pouch that was in a book that I found at the thrift store. It's called In His Steps, which is a religious type novel, but it actually had the original library card in it that, you know, people checked out from the this is just an altered paper clip, but checked out from the church library, from what I can tell. This is gonna take a long time if I go to every page, but I did some like envelope flips, some tucks, you know, and then just added journal cards, collage journal cards throughout. Did some more stamping. I was inspired by Pam at the Paper Outpost doing the altered paper clips. I did a lot of those, and it was a lot of fun. Some other journaling cards, tea-dyed index cards, some more paper bags. I did some little paper pads with, you know, various little scraps of paper in it for journaling or whatever. Sorry, that's my cat. One of my cats under the table. Some more journaling cards. I made these pockets out of envelopes from junk mail that we got and just collaged on top of it. Some more poetry from actually the same book that I got the previous one from. Just some little pockets with postcards in them for journaling. There's some coffee dyed paper. My mom also really likes coffee, so there is a little bit of a residual smell from the coffee dyed paper in here. And these are some more altered paper clips with just little pieces of paper tucked in them. And some little circle corner tucks. So there's a lot of, I don't remember the exact number of pages, but there's quite a few pages in here. So there's a lot of room for mom to be able to journal on or add things. You know, if she wants to add, I mean, really whatever she wants to include. There's some more pocket, another pocket made out of an envelope. This one was kind of fun. It's like a journaling card, but it has a flip on it as well. Lots of space to write. I wanted to make sure that there was lots of space for her to write because I know that's the main purpose of her journals that she has right now, you know, for her devotions in the morning. And I finished this is currently August 26th, 2022, and I finished making this over the summer, but then her birthday isn't, with the intention, I made it with the intention that it was going to be her birthday gift. Her birthday isn't till the end of September, so I made it and pretty much completed it, but then now I have to wait to show it to her and give it to her, so that's a little hard. But in the middle of each signature, I try to do something kind of different, and so like here I did some flip outs with journaling space. This is a flip out pocket with extra little labels and stuff in it. There's a small journaling card in the top. So I just tried to, you know, include a variety of different like tones, different colors, but all still kind of with a vintage vibe, kind of muted tones. Another journaling card. Here's another flip out. This is the end of the signature with more poetry and journal card there. Another pocket. And this actually, this was from the Bible that was falling apart that I took some pages from. But it's, you know how some of the older Bibles had actual maps in like the front or back of the Bible? This was from that. And so I thought she would think that was pretty cool. So I just tucked that in there for her. Lots of space in here. Some graph paper. It's a postcard. And that's just an image that, you know, she can journal on the back. This is a little bit thicker paper, so she can journal on the back of that if she wants, or she can use it for some other project. Here's the middle of the signature. So I did a flip out with a little pocket in there. And then this is actually I made these from a video that Joey DeFee did, and it has little pockets in it. And I mostly use pages from an old atlas. So what I did was I made the pocket, but then I only glued it on two sides so that it could be a tuck as well. So I just tucked a couple. Here's another map page from that Bible, and then a hymn page from the original hymn book. Little side tuck. Just another altered paper clip. Another pocket tuck with a journal tag in there. I really like this ledger paper I found at the thrift store. It's already got like a green tint to it, and then I just kind of inked around the edges to make it look a little bit more vintage. And that's the end. And I put another one of those Joey DeFee pockets at the back with some more original hymn pages in it and some tags. So yeah, that is it. I kept the cover pretty simple because I wanted to keep the integrity of the original hymn book cover. But like I said, I put a few embellishments on there. I also, I don't have any gilding wax, but I used kind of a little bit watered down gold acrylic paint and just kind of rubbed it on the edges until I was happy with the look, because the original label on here is gold as well. So I was just trying to accent that. And you know, it has some wear and tear on the edges of the spine, but I really kind of liked that. So I just kind of accented that with the gold. Oh, and I forgot, but I included some bookmarks, and I just used some beads and buttons from some jewelry that I thought, it's jewelry I got at the thrift store, but it was the colors that I thought would really coordinate well with what I was using in the journal. And I just used embroidery floss to attach them. And then I actually kept the original bookmark from the hymn book in here as well, and then just used a little ball pinned and put some beads on there. And that, I believe, is it. So if I end up posting this, thanks for watching. Like I said, this is my first junk journal that I've made, so I kind of wanted to record it and, you know, just have it for future memories, I guess. Thanks.